All of this has been blackened out because it's all nude. So essentially, what happened is here's the sequence of events. Sarah says, I secretly am trying to get rid of all these Crucible people because they're destroying my entire show and platform. This evil Crucible is doing that. There's a falling out. All those people leave. She then claims that the Crucible destroyed her life and livelihood. We destroyed her life and livelihood, even though she secretly wanted to get rid of us the entire time by her own admission. And now, because she got this terrible advice from the people who were around her, in this case, Powder Dusty and other conspiracy nutcases, have told her, this is what they told her, not kidding you. They told this stupid broad, and she actually believed it, that the reason all this happened is because she was on the up and up, and she was on a rocket ship to the moon, and Andrew saw that and just couldn't take it, and so he had to cut the legs out from under her. That's literally what these crazy people believe. So now after she wants to get rid of us, but at the same time secretly wants to keep all of you as pay pigs, she's now taken to hooking on the internet. She's now taken to online where she's going to sell her nudes using clothing that's clearly a ripoff of my logo. So she turned to essentially online, driven to online because she wanted to get rid of you and you left. Therefore, you destroyed her life. Not only did I decide that I was going to bastardize his logo, make it obvious it's a bastardization of his logo, which is highly illegal, by the way, and trademarked, but I'm also going to make sure that I do it in the most provocative and risque way possible by shooting myself nude inside of it, only wearing this thing. That'll teach him. You have 250K subs. She has 15K subs. Why do you care? Shut your mouth. Shut up. Stop trying to tell me that when people are constantly attacking me that I'm not allowed to say anything about it because I'm just too big. I already did the bigger thing. I already tried to just walk away and not say anything, not do anything, just go along my merry little way. But guess what? All these people understand is they don't understand that. They only understand when you hit them back. They want you to just, I don't know what the is wrong with them or what's wrong inside of their brains, right? But they demand it. They're just like push you and push you and push you. And you finally hit them and they're like, oh God, why would you do that? What'd you do that for? I didn't even do anything. There's a lot of people, dude. A lot of people. They thought it was fashionable to attack me. What happened is people are really stupid. And they think because a bunch of troll TikTokers and downfall creators decided to run with an out of context hit piece about me that Andrew Wilson was finished. So stupid, dumbest people on planet Earth. Not only did that not happen, the opposite, in fact, happened. I grew like crazy because of it. And that's what usually happens when you have trivial controversies. They're trivial. Somebody else gets their 15 minutes, and it lasts exactly that long, 15 minutes. Because of that, they became very emboldened and just thought, oh, you can just do whatever you want to them. Yeah, that. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're going to find that the Crucible is quite good at defending itself and quite apt at doing so. A few more of Lunatic Sarah as she explains why it is that she hates the Crucible so much and wants them all out of her life, while at the same time claiming that they ruined her life for leaving. it's like it's like it's like what these crazy broads do with men. Oh my God, I hated him so much I couldn't wait for him to leave, but he took his money with him. That I guess the rumor she was a streeper is not such a rumor. Why am I not surprised? I don't know why anybody would be surprised.
You literally opened the door. All you did was just open the door for me to get new people on. And what does that do for the show? It keeps it fresh, honey bun. Again, like I said, you liberated me, you moron.
Let's watch again, shall we? as our drunken blonde online or engaging now an online friend has some words of wisdom for yours truly.
You literally opened the door. All you did was just open the door for me to get new people on.
Then shouldn't you be thanking me? No, instead I get you ruined my life and are attacking my children. Now take these nudes. You Why no word war I got in late? Because words are hard and I don't feel like having a war with them. She lives on Instagram now, only 3 viewers. Yeah, live on Instagram, no shock there.
And what does that do for the show? It keeps it fresh, honey bun. Again, like I said, you liberated me, you moron.
Liberated. First of all, a very interesting choice of words. Liberation from what? What were you being liberated from? What was the liberation about? I'm not your boyfriend. What's the liberation from? What were you being liberated from? The oppression of going into my DMs and begging me to come on for debates? I've been liberated from what? From begging him to come near me. That's I was liberated from begging him to come and be near me. I was liberated from that. She wanted to start by capitalizing on the old drama with Alex and Ashley. Again, another instance of people going into a space and talking smack about yours truly, and me just walking away from both of them. That actually worked out just fine because Alex is a man, and because Alex is a man, he said, "Okay, if you want to walk away, I'll walk away too." That's the end of that. Look at that. Can you imagine? Could you even imagine? Alex didn't even take off his clothes to own me. Alex didn't even take any of his clothing items off in order to teach me a valuable lesson about not working with him anymore. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, she writes me this big long paragraph, and then she says, I'm obviously taking a neutral stance, but I think it'd be really helpful if I had all three of you on to work out, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I don't have any interest in this. That was it. Okay. Then we get it again. This time in April, she contacts me. Hey, Andrew, hope you're doing well and congrats on 50K. I've been wanting to host a debate on my channel now that it's gaining momentum, and we all know you're my favorite Bloodsport debater in the sphere based on your recent interactions. I would love for you to see you debate based Oracle. Would you have any interest in formally duking it out with him on my channel? And I said, nope. Fair enough. I can respect that. Would you be interested in just doing a 1v1 interview with me then? That's fine. Awesome. Would you be available? Blah, 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 blah. And I said, that's too far out to schedule. Right? I just kept it very short and sweet with this chick. You know? Just very short and sweet. And it's always her, just over and over and over again. Hey, Andrew, are you going to be doing this team debate? Good morning, Andrew. I hope you're doing well. Would you be interested in jumping in the hot seat for a debate? You know? Someone dropped out of a panel tonight, Andrew, with Jim Bob. Would you be interested in coming on? Oh, okay. So here's the first time Sarah the tomato, who desperately wanted to get rid of me because I was such an evil, nefarious person, such an evil guy who was ruining everything on her show, just ruined it after all, and she couldn't wait to get away. He says, these are just my observations. You've obviously been doing a lot of right things to get where you are now. This only applies to your debates. Let your mods open the show intro and take the lead. It creates a weird power dynamic if one of the debaters is running the show, but it will also help create three characters on screen and not just two. The one thing your debates are missing is a Vanna White. Ah, I wonder who she wanted the Vanna White to be. Your chat is a sausage fest, but so is the screen. Find two or three females to host or mod your debates, or maybe find one solid female to lock in. Torsia comes to mind, but I think her hosting and speaking techniques would need a tweak, meaning she's offering herself for this position that she made up, right? It will also open doors to more female debates because you'll appear more trusting with another female on screen. Marketing 101. Women are good eye candy. I said, what's with the 20 questions? Perhaps now is a good time to reinforce with you a few boundaries. Yes, I'm a kind man and I don't mind building up content creators who help me in turn. Yes, I'm happy to call on you to be a mod from time to time if I need you. I'm not interested in any friendship or any interpersonal dynamic with you, though, or any real level of quote comfort. I'm not interested in feedback or suggestions and didn't ask for any. And while I'm sure this comes from a good place, for me, these are distractions. In short, mind your own business. End quote. In short, mind your own business. I'd like to apologize, okay, for yesterday. I got really excited when my creative mode starts moving. Mind your own business. Does it look like I need your help, lady?
Yeah, it never was a tomato problem. I'm telling you, we had the most fun chill streams here ever.
Ah, yes. But also, at the same time, let us not forget the important aspect here, which is, quote, if you know about the drama, then you know the Crucible crew stripped this ripe tomato of everything and left behind this one single jacket. I thought we were the problem. How can the problem strip you of everything? By simply leaving. Now, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but usually if my problems just get up and walk out the door, I would be a happy guy. I would be a very happy man if it was the case that my problems just got up and left and didn't bother me anymore. Could you imagine that? Oh, what a wonderful day that would be. All your problems just get up and leave. How the is it that your problems get up and leave, and then you say your problems took all of your things with them? The wine coolers are doing a lot of heavy lifting for her streams, huh? Yeah, no. At least be like me when you're drunk and be funny. At least be funny when you're drunk. I tie one on stream sometimes, but I'm hilarious. Let's be real.
Yeah, it never was a tomato problem. I'm telling you, we had the most fun chill streams here ever.
So your problems get up and walk out the door, but at the same time, you blame all of your problems on getting up and walking out the door. No accountability whatsoever. It's both everybody else's fault, but at the same time, all of those other people needed to leave. And by the way, they're also the only people who are worth talking about because they're the only people who can incentivize anybody to send her any money by talking about.
Crazy and like blood sport stuff. So we just, I rolled with it and I was like, all right, how can we?
She rolled with it. It was her idea. She constantly wanted me on. What is she talking about? What are these crazy people talking about? My show sucks and I'm an idiot. I don't know how to do anything. Help me, please. I'm just a poor woman. Help me, help me. All right, we'll give you a hand. What a day, you bastard. You misogynist. You and your people are awful. I hate all of you. You just begged me to help you. Yeah, not like that. Not like that. Not, no, not like that.
Cool as a cucumber. It's just, I don't like confrontation. And, and I think the main reason why,
Because you're terrible at it. Because you're terrible at it. Because out of all of this, what you came away with, instead of being able to take a single shred of personal accountability for the people who literally granted you your entire existence online, entire audience, helped you with all of your funding, opened up every opportunity you could ever imagine, and then some. Instead of taking a single shred of responsibility, instead, you came up with a revenge plot to put your lewds on the internet.
and, and I think the main reason why is like, I don't want to make you look stupid. I, okay, stupid. I, the main reason why is like, I don't want to make you look stupid.
Don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. Here's a few more clips for you.
Look, I got nothing bad to say about anyone, but you guys are missing a lot of facts.
Yes, you were missing a lot of facts. And the facts that you missed was that she only gave you one side of the story. You didn't know what the history there was, or the fact she was written a golden ticket, knew she was written a golden ticket, attacked the guys spearheading the project within what, a day or two, few days, whatever it was. She had a golden ticket, she blew it because she's stupid. She's a stupid broad, demonstrated by getting back at me by selling her ass on the internet. Literally selling her ass on the internet.
You know, it's so funny because Jim Bob had complained about his open panel session the other night. He did a little rant about it on his show the next day or whatever.
Yeah, nobody liked any of her moderation. They thought it sucked. No wonder if she's cool as a cucumber in her photos. Oh, it's wild.
Complaining like it's just trash and a dumpster fire. But the weird thing was as soon as he left, the panel was perfectly fine and we all had a great like an actual discussion on the
It was Jim Bob's fault. See, everybody who makes a complaint about what's going on with Sarah is actually that person's fault. If you complain or you have some sort of issue, you have some sort of problem, that's actually Sarah's fault, or not Sarah's fault. It's the other guy's fault. In this case, it's always Jim Bob's fault. It's Rob's fault. It's Andrew's fault. Andrew did Smoky Man bad, right? Comedian guy bad, right? Guy bad. Everyone bad. Only Sarah good. Sarah good. Jim Bob was the only human being there who was in any way, shape, or form entertaining. When he left, there was probably just elongated moments of complete dead silence where they just stared at each other because none of them have anything intelligent or useful to say about anything ever. A bunch of low IQ dunderheads. I don't know why they stream. They're not good at it. I don't know why they have decided to take this path. None of them are good at it. They're terrible at maintaining interpersonal relationships. They're terrible at maintaining relationships at all. They're terrible at doing streams. They're terrible at content creation. They're terrible at maintaining audience liaisons. They're terrible at everything they do. It's always the next guy's fault. And they're just such unscrupulous liars about the things that they say. Just unscrupulous about it, 100%. This chick literally pretends like the Crucible just came and landed in her lap one day and, interjected themselves on her perfectly, rocket ship growing channel. In fact, the opposite is true. She literally begged for us to come in, begged and begged and begged and begged and begged and begged. And then once we leave, says that she had a secret plot to remove us anyway. I had a secret plot to remove everybody from the Crucible anyhow. I just wanted to continue to collect on their cash in the interim time. So because they're not allowing me to do that anymore, they're actually attacking my kids. Crazy.
interesting, incredibly interesting theory. And you notice our panels, our open panels have actually been very mild and we're actually able to talk to each other. Nobody's spurging.
Nobody's there. Yeah, I'm sure they are mild. Nobody's there.
Nobody's rage quitting. Nobody's yelling. I don't.
Yeah, it's hard for people to yell when you don't have anybody there. Nobody's yelling in my house right now. Is there anybody in your house right now? Well, no. Well, yeah, that tends to make it quiet, doesn't it? Oh,
think this was a tomato problem, my friends.
Nick F was right. No e-girls ever. Yeah, not even once.
Because all the people who said they're not coming back to my panel have not come back to my panel, and yet our panels have been great.
They have. That's really weird. I thought, quote, the Crucible crew stripped this ripe tomato of everything and left behind this one single jacket. Thought the panels are doing great. What are you talking about? I can't figure this out. I'm super confused.
And actually discussions. And we're actually having fun.
We're actually having fun. But wait, just when you thought it was done, never done. The cope never stops. The insanity never stops from these people. Walking contradiction machines.
That's when I noticed a big change. When Rob quit, I'm guessing you're saying, I'm sorry, I am 10 minutes behind still, but I think the biggest change from Rob came when he quit his job. But I think that there's a pressure. I think there's a pressure, and I think he's not sleeping, and that will make you crash out.
Ah, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do.
That's when I noticed a big change. When Rob quit, I'm guessing you're saying, I'm sorry, I am 10 minutes behind still, but I think the biggest change from Rob came when he quit his job. But I think that there's a pressure. I think there's a pressure, and I think he's not sleeping, and that will make you crash out.
I see. Well, I didn't know that Rob quit his job. I could have sworn that Rob just got a different job working for me, where I paid him more than he was making at his previous job. So, how would that have created pressure for Rob? Can somebody explain this contradiction to me? Rob is experiencing a lot of pressure because he quit his job to go work for me, where I paid him more than he was making at his previous job. I also told Rob that I did not want to interfere with any of his content creation and sent many raids over to his channel. And so his channel also did extremely well and still does extremely well. He makes a lot of money on his channel because he's a good entertainer and he's a great political commentator. True, I think he needed a boost of views because people didn't even know he existed. But once he got that, he's doing extremely well. I don't think that there was much pressure on Rob at all. In fact, I would say that in comparison to his previous job, this is a cakewalk for Rob Noor. A cakewalk. The immense pressure he felt in his previous job, way worse. Way worse than anything affecting him in streaming. You think he doesn't sleep now that he's streaming? You should have seen what he did before in elder care. Poor guy was up for 24 hours, 48-hour shifts. If Andrew and Rob ever have a falling out, sure we can expect Rob to sell pictures in nothing but Crucible tidy whities. That'll teach me.
I don't know. I don't know, but that's a big mess to keep clean. I've got the clips of Andrew coming in and cleaning up messes every time. Every time. Mater Nation.
He's got the clips. These people always think that having somebody's back means that you're cleaning up their mess. This is how their warped brains work. And by that, I mean they don't work at all. They honestly think that if you're in the trenches with somebody and you're willing to get their back and help them, and when people go after them, you're going to get their back. And when they march off to war, you're going to bring your army with you too. Right? That's how that works. They think in their crazy ass mind, they think that that's cleaning up a mess because they just don't, they have no concept or understanding of loyalty at all. They just did, it's a completely foreign concept to these people. Two more clips here. Biggest cope you've ever seen.
Oh, this show made its way because of the panelists, and you were only one of like 500 of them. You came with the biggest audience. I will give you that. But this channel only became what it was to allow you the opportunity to come here because of those people like Beetle Babe, David Donnelly, Rachel's Ghost, Mazzy, Daniel.
I literally don't know who any of those people are. None of them. Asked where I could get nudes live on X, and she deleted the chat and disappeared for like 10 minutes right after it appeared. Coincidence? I think not. What the wait, you mean to tell me politics and religion come up and are debated in religious and political topics? News to me. Yeah, that's crazy. So let's make sure we got this right. Right? Had nothing, her channel growth had nothing to do with us at the Crucible, even though we quote ruined her life. We quote ruined her life. And it's going to be my fault. Somehow I know it's going to be my fault that she decided to put lewds out online using a bastardized version of my logo so that you knew she was speaking directly to me. Look at my naked body, Andrew. Look at my naked body, Andrew. What a sick, what a sick person. Look at me naked. Look, are you looking? Do you see this? Huh? Who the told her that would be a good idea?
I believe that things happen for a very good reason. I'm a big follower of like decisions and things that happen.
Are you a big follower of decisions? Yeah. And what about things that happen? Did you catch the things that happened? Hang on.
Things that happen.
And things
I
that happen.
believe that things happen for a very
Yeah, well, you have to be a big follower of decisions and things that happen. So thank you for following decisions and things that happen, honey. I'm sorry that my apparently secret online ex-wife is going crazy and sending me lewds. Sorry about that. My bad. Not weird at all. It's not crazy at all. You know, this is the other problem with working with women. They uniquely make everything sexual as quickly as they possibly can. They sexualize everything that they possibly can, which is why I'm always very direct and very concise and very short-winded with them in any working capacity, which now I'll just never have another working capacity with a woman ever. I'm just never going to ever again. And I don't care what the project is. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how many millions of dollars are involved. I'm not doing it. Never, never again. They sexualize everything, dude. You know, and by the way, the more uncomfortable it makes you, the more they sexualize it. And of course, if the roles were reversed, if I was sexualizing everything, oh, he's a creep, he's a this, he's a that, they can sexualize everything to the point where they pose in nude with your company logo. It's sick.